Hello, everyone. I'm giving you kind of like behind the scenes. So, three monitors, okay? Two 5K, one 4K. This is a 32 inch. These are 27 inches, okay? You see my Command Central ACAM Live. This is my share monitor. This is my internet monitor, okay? What I'm going to show you, and it looks better with the OLED compared to the IPS. This looks darker, okay? And it has a matte covering on it. I'm used to it. I like it. It's not as bright as these two, but it looks spectacular, okay? And the colors don't match. that, that's pink, and it shows yellow on there. But what I want to show you is I got some moonshots right here, okay? Out of these three cameras, I got the Canon R5 II with the 24 to 240. It's an f4 to f6.3. I got the Nikon Z8. This is the R5 II, by the way. This is Nikon Z8 with the 24 to 200 f4 to 6.3. So it's a little bit shorter than the 240. And then I got the 28 to 200, which is shorter than this by 4 on the front end, but then by 40 by the Canon. So it's the smallest lens, all right? This is 28 to 200, okay? On the S1R2. And my camera just froze. Quick fix, got it done. So I'm going to go to my moonshots. I'm going to select all these files. I'll do a right mouse click, open with preview. It doesn't recognize the raw file from what you did previously on the Panasonic, okay? And I'll tell you about that. All right. I'm going to expand this a little bit. Yeah, I might leave it just like that, okay? Anyway, kind of center it a little bit. All right. So let's go to it. Let's go to my share. Current application. Here I am, folks. Okay. This is the Canon R5 II with the 24 to 240 millimeter. All settings are the same. So look at the settings on the top. You probably can't see my mouse. So this is full frame right now. The R5 II, 24 to 240 millimeter, 1/800 of a second. ISO is at 320. The f6.3 is the aperture. The only difference is when I get to the Panasonic, it goes to 7.1. Okay, so that's the worst lens and probably the worst camera because it is the BSI, but it's not a stack sensor. But that doesn't mean that you can still get more light without a stack sensor. Okay, the stack sensor makes it faster, but it affects the dynamic range. All right, so there might be more light coming in. Now, some people may not want an AA filter and stuff. This one doesn't have it. And a lot of cameras nowadays have stopped using the AA filters. But you can apply it on this camera, okay? That's the neat thing with the S1R2. The only problem with that is, and I'll get to it later, is that the raw file cannot be seen until Panasonic lets the other companies do it. Okay. So, with that said, let's go back to here. There's the Canon full frame. You can crop in. I cropped in 7 times. Okay. That looks pretty sharp. Look how clear the picture is. Now, I put it in crop mode. Okay. One. Okay, come on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so in crop mode, it's a little bit bigger. All right. So I did 7 here. That's in full frame. That's in crop mode. Same settings. Okay. So as you see right there, R52, 24, 240 millimeter, 1/800 of a second, ISO 320, f 6.3 at 240 millimeters. Okay. Okay. Nikon Z8. Okay. Full frame. Same thing. 6, 7. Okay. So 200 millimeters is a lot smaller than the full at 240. Okay. So I cropped it 7 times. And if I could do it one more. Okay. This is still bigger. All right. And it has a yellowish tint to it. It makes a difference. I didn't put it on neutral or natural. All right. I just put it on standard, what came out of the camera. Now, I could have done it in black and white too, but then they have different shades of black and white also. And I want the clearest picture with textures, layers. Okay. So you can look at the where the impacts from the asteroids were on the moon, the different shades of black compared to the white part, the lighted part of the moon. So that's what I want to show you. Now, this is the crop. Okay. This is the crop at 200 millimeters. And I increased it by 1. So I'm going to put it back here. And just to show you, the crop here is bigger, but it's much bigger there than on the Canon. Okay. That's the difference. So when you crop in, you get a little bit more. So that's cropped in. That's full frame. Now we're going to go to the Panasonic. This is what I'm going to tell you about. The Canon and Nikon were in RAW. These are JPEG. It cannot crop in RAW. It'll take a picture in RAW, but this program and another program won't allow you to see the RAW file until they get permission from Panasonic to do it. It's a deal that they're working out with Capture One, and they kind of they're always throwing a wrench in there. All right, so you got to be patient. See who will buy the program, whatever, and then they'll probably finally release it. But anyway, here's the Panasonic. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 200 millimeters also. Okay. What's the difference? Looks like it's a magnification, right? If that's at 7 and the Nikon at 7, why is the Panasonic bigger? Okay. Smaller lens, but it's a 7.1, which I forgot to write on here. Okay, I corrected. My bad. So this is the 7.1. So this is full frame. Now let's go to crop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Much bigger, right? So this is 1.5 crop. This right here is 1.6, and I'm going to get rid of this. So this is a 1.6, 1.5, 1.5. Okay. So just to be fair, let me see if I did it right. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of course, I think I miscounted. There you go, 7. Okay, that's the crop. 200 millimeters. Okay, full frame. But this is 240, and it's more brighter on the Canon. Same settings. And then, of course, it's bigger. And then if you look at the, now, if you compare it, you're about the same size. So I take that back. I messed up a little bit. User error again. So this is full frame from the Panasonic to the Nikon. And you notice Nikon is a little bit darker, more of a tan looking. And this is more white. This is a lot brighter. So I could probably gone to 400 millimeters, instead of 320, with this one. But it's the sharpest because it's closer. So here's the Z8, and it's in crop mode. These are in RAW, the Panasonic's in JPEG. And that's my thing. So I think it looks sharper on the full frame. Okay. I'm going to give it to the Panasonic on that. I mean, the Canon on this, because it looks sharper. And if I add one more, okay, if you compare the two, full frame, cropped. Can you see the difference, folks? Looks the same, doesn't it? Focal length is the same. When they mean by cropping is the picture zooms in. So you're not really getting a telescopic. But when you crop in, and I proved this on Leica Q3 at 28 millimeters all the way to 90, even when you crop it to the 90 millimeter size, the pictures are the same. Okay? Just want to explain that. So I'm going to leave it here on the full frame. I might bring it back down one to make it look better. So let's see. Let's go back here. I'm going to make it full screen. I'm going to position it. I'll leave it just like that. Okay? I'll leave the egg alone. All right? So